Wither skeleton farm. It's cheap, really easy to build, and it's gonna get you so many wither skulls. Okay, and here's everything that we need for this wither skeleton farm. As you can see, it's not a lot of stuff at all. So let's stop talking and let's get to building. The first step, and probably the most important one, it's the location. As you can see, I'm in the nether, but you need to find the nether fortress. But here is where it gets tricky and you need to pay attention. As you can see behind me, this is a normal nether fortress, so you can build this farm right here, right? Well, no. It needs to be an open one. As you can see, there are roofs on top of every single platform here on the outside, and the rest of the fortress is actually inside the nether rack. If this is what your fortress looks like, you need to find a new one. Okay, and this is the second fortress I'm gonna look at. As you can see, there are some open paths over here, but it is still not optimal because it's got a lot of these like upper platforms. So we need an open and flat platform in the fortress. It might seem pointless, but believe me, it is the most important step of this farm. If you choose a good location, you don't need to do any spawn proofing, and you're gonna have the best rates possible. Okay, and after a little bit of searching, I found probably one of the best fortresses that I've ever seen. Just look at this. Once you found your fortress, I want you to look at one of these crosses right here, and this is where we're gonna be building our farm. The first thing that you need to do is go to the middle, and I want you to dig straight down. Now I want you to look up, and place 2 blocks down. So 1, 2, and then place 1 temporary block next to this line of blocks. Place a double chest here at the bottom, a hopper going into the chest from above, but it needs to be like under the hole. 1 rail on top of the hopper, 1 minecart with hopper on top of the rail, on top of the hopper, on top of the chest, and go on top and place 1 block on top of the minecart with hopper, on top of the rail, on top of... Now here in the middle, I want you to place 1 rail, and I'll look at the rail, and as you can see, it's facing at these 2 sides right here. I want you to place 1 trapdoor on every side, just like this. Next up, I want you to look at one of these sides where there's some trapdoors. It doesn't really matter which one, but you're going to be placing 1 temporary block on top. Going behind this block and facing into the minecart, I want you to place 1 observer. Now go back to the minecart and place 1 observer facing the opposite way. So now this thing is going to like start flashing and going crazy. For the next step, you're going to place a trapdoor on top of the minecart, just like this. And if you did everything correctly, the trapdoor is going to like start going up and down, up and down, up and down, just like I like it. Go back to the observers, and I want you to place 1 block next to them. And now try to place your sticky piston next to the observer, but facing into it, just like this. Now you can place a lever on top of the sticky piston, and you can turn off this mechanism right here. Get rid of these 2 blocks here at the bottom. Looking at your cross, I want you to go to each corner and do as I'm doing here. Count 2 blocks down, so 1, 2. Place a block, place 2 blocks right here, and break these 3 blocks right here. It's kind of weird, but as you can see, we just like extended this little part in the middle. And obviously do it for every single corner. Now go back to the middle, and I want you to place 1 temporary block on top of the closest observer to the minecart. Place 1 observer next to it, but on the top part of the block. Crouch and place 3 blocks on top of the trapdoor. On the second block, I want you to place 4 trapdoors on the lower part of the block. So surrounding it just like this. And now get rid of these 3 blocks right here. And now it's time for the most important part of this farm, the piglin. But as you can see, there are a ton of skeletons, blazes, wither skeletons even on top of this bridge. And so I recommend you go to settings and switch your game difficulty to peaceful. And now it's gonna be much simpler. You can use any method you want, minecart, boats, but you need to bring him on top of this trapdoor right here. One more thing, make sure your piglin doesn't have a crossbow, or else it's gonna be like shooting everybody, so go for a piglin with a sword. And now for the final step of this farm, you need to throw a trident into this trapdoor right here. And now, ladies and gentlemen, your farm is complete. All you have to do now is press this lever to turn on the trident killer. Now stand on top of your piglin, and I want you to go 25 blocks up. So 1, 2, 3, 23, 24, 25. And this top block right here is gonna be your AFK block. You can get rid of all of these blocks in between. You're gonna stand on top of your AFK block, and now all you have to do is obviously switch your game mode back to hard mode. Okay, and I don't know if you can actually see it, but some wither skeletons are gonna be spawning on top of the platforms. They're gonna run up to the piglin, get into the minecart, and die to the trident killer, which kills them really fast. One wither skeleton dies, another one spawns and takes this place. It's insane. And this is it. It's completely automatic. All you have to do is sit on top of this block, and that's it. So I've been waiting for like 1 or 2 minutes. Let's see what we got. Okay. This is not even a joke. We already got the wither skeleton skull. And I wasn't even using looting 3, which by the way, you should use to make this farm way better. So as you can see, we obviously got the wither skeleton skull right here. But you're also going to be getting some coal, which is pretty good. Some bones, which is even better. Believe it or not, a lot of blaze rods. But the rest you're not going to be getting a lot of, like some rotten flesh, some gold nuggets, and obviously stone swords and golden swords as well. I know you're probably wondering, what can you even do with wither skeleton skulls? Well, it's really simple. You can build the wither. And when you kill the wither, you're going to be getting another star. And with another star, you can make a beacon. But killing the wither is really tough, especially on Bedrock Edition. This is why I recommend you build a wither killer. Link is gonna be in the description below. One final detail, if you're gonna go far away from the farm, go back to the overworld, or just leave the word, make sure to turn off the trident killer right here. And that's it. Bye-bye!